guys, welcome to the Oracle Dragon. Tonight's reading is a pick a card reading, a general love and romance reading that's going to take a look at your energies towards the connection, your person's energies towards the connection, their feelings towards you, your feelings towards them, your past, present, and future together, and the outcome. Also, I'm going to pull Romance Angel's card, Healing with the Fairies card, and a message from your person. So we have 5 choices tonight. The purple highlighter is 1, the orange highlighter is 2, pink highlighter is 3, green highlighter is 4, and blue highlighter is 5. So pause the video if you need more time. The timestamps will be in the description box below. Take a deep breath in through the nose nice and slow and out through the mouth nice and slow. Close your eyes, and when you open your eyes, the first highlighter you see is likely the one with the message for you. Okay? Thanks for tuning in. I'm getting started with pile 1. Welcome, pile 1. This is your general love romance reading. I pre-shuffled the cards, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them one more time, and then cut and lay them out. See what we've got here. First card is going to be you and your energies towards the relationship. We're going to look at the same for your person, the person you came here for, as well as feelings for one another in your past, present, and future, and a possible outcome. Then I'll pull Romance Angels and a Healing with the Fairies card for advice. At the bottom of the deck we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups could be a water sign energy. This generally tends to be a compassionate and emotionally mature individual who is protective and hides their feelings sometimes, but for the most part is a fair and kind person. So that might resonate for some of you. So regarding your energies towards the connection, pile 1, you're coming out as the Lovers in reverse. So you're in separation from this person, or in no contact maybe. You feel emotionally disconnected from them, and it might be that there are outside influences, people interfering with the connection, or circumstances interfering with the connection, but regardless you're not feeling connected to this person, and so there seems to have been some love loss here. This is a Gemini energy card, so you might be embodying some of the traits of the shadow side of Gemini, but take what resonates. That could be just saying hurtful, sharp words, or speaking out of turn, and being overly analytical about the connection, but it's because of things not going well right now with regard to this connection. But you perhaps thought this was a soulmate. Now you're having second thoughts. You're not thinking this person's a soulmate anymore. You're questioning it. So that's your energy towards the connection. And their energy towards the connection is the Two of Swords, another air sign energy. So this person is feeling stuck between a rock and a hard place. They really just don't know what decision to make. They're afraid that if they act or say something, that's just going to get them in trouble, that maybe the two of you are at a truce in this connection, and they don't want to mess it up. But at the same time, they're going within trying to figure out what steps to take forward. But there's fear associated with this card. They're in a bit of fear, and they're just kind of holding on by a thin rope right now, trying to decide what would be the best approach, or what idea they can come up with regards to this connection, and how to make a decision that they feel that they need to make, and just how to overcome their fears about what's happening, and avoid anything getting worse between you. Because their feelings towards you is that you aren't collaborating at this time. Maybe you had worked together at some point, or you were planning to, but that fell through or is no longer. Either way, there is a lack of cooperation in the connection, and perhaps the finances aren't going very well for this person. And if they're studying something, that's not going very well either, or that could be you too. So, just take it as it applies, but definite lack of cooperation, and the sense that, efforts that have been made are like futile, are pointless, like they're not seeing results for the efforts that they've made. Or maybe they're being sort of, sloppy or careless with their feelings with regards to you, and so this is producing results that aren't the greatest. And your feelings towards them again reflect the lovers in reverse. Is that I feel that you did feel this was someone that you could have it all with, but you're not feeling that right now. There is emotional loss, and there is some interference with your connection that's preventing you from having the satisfaction and emotional fulfillment that you'd like. I really feel there's been a breakup that's caused a lot of hurt feelings, and you feeling very hurt towards this person. Maybe you haven't given up complete hope for the future with them, but you are just at a standstill, feeling disconnected. Maybe you're incompatible in your values. Maybe your ideas about what a relationship should be, how each person should behave in the connection, what are your dreams and goals for your future? Are they the same? They're probably not the same. There's incompatibility here, especially with regard to having a home together, a marriage together, and children together in the future. So yeah, there is definitely incompatibility and incompatible feelings and hurt feelings on both of your sides. And this person, they might have trouble seeing where they've gone wrong and what behaviors that they need to take to correct in order to move things along and get out of this stagnation and stalemate. But definitely, I feel that your hurt feelings are greater. So you're probably the one who has been done wrong in the connection. With the Eight of Wands in reverse in the past position, this is talking about feeling overwhelmed. There's been too much action. Again, I said earlier about interference, outside interference, or interference from circumstances. It really interfered, with your guys' connection, with your communication, with your ability to sort of get on the same page with regards to what you expect from this connection, and, uniting and being in union. So whatever the case may be, there's been communication problems and just the sense of feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, overworked, just too much action and interference. At present, we do have that underneath it all, the two of you do have mutual love, mutual respect for each other, and there is this, hope for a reunion together, coming back together and sharing your cups of love. Obviously, there's a lot of incompatibility and hurt feelings in the connection, lack of communication, but I feel that you both do feel the sense of connection, and that you are being divinely guided by your spirit guides to reunite and meet each other halfway, because there is affection and emotion between the two of you with the Two of Cups. So this is at present, a very good sign for this as a love connection, as a romantic connection. The Two of Cups is talking about, finding harmony in a connection. As we see from this reading, it's definitely needed to find that harmony and that balance, and to make a loving choice that affects you both positively. So with the Four of Swords in reverse, it's talking about coming out of this time of stagnation that we saw with your person. So if your person's the one stagnating, then they're going to be coming out of that. There was a period of time that, they were hurt, whether it be their ego was hurt or something else happened to make them retreat. They had to go within, meditate, and rest, and now they're ready to come out of that period of rest. And just, yeah, get back to work on this connection, get back in communication with you, and sort of implement some of the ideas that they meditated on, some of the ideas that came to them while they were resting and taking that break, while they were looking within. Because they do have that love for you. So we had let's make sure I'm taking this the right way. The outcome position, we do have the King of Swords. So, this could be a same-sex union for some of you, as we saw the King, another masculine, at the bottom of the deck earlier, but doesn't have to be. This is a very masculine energy who's analytical. Another air sign, some more air sign energy here. And this is someone that is used to being in charge and managing other people. That's someone who, is a boss or a manager who oversees the work of others, and then, sort of navigates and delegates what needs to be done. And that's why he just sits there looking shrewd, because he's, keeping an eye on things, paying attention to details, and being logical and analyzing what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. And it's someone that's capable of making hard decisions when needed. So I feel that in your future going forward, the both of you are going to be in somewhat of a analytical, head over heart stance towards this connection, because even though you have these feelings for one another, there's been, some water under the bridge where feelings have been hurt, and there's been incompatibility and a lack of being on the same page value-wise and with regard to what defines a relationship, or what a relationship means to each of you, and also communication problems and interference from others. So for that reason, you're going to have your guards up a bit. You're going to be fair. You're going to try to, do the mature thing and see from the other person's point of view, I feel. But you're also going to have your sword ready, and if need be, you'll go to battle with one another again. It would be kind of an epic battle of words if you're both coming across as the King of Swords. So I hope that it doesn't come to that, but generally with this card being upright, it's a positive card of someone who is mature just a little more in their head than in their heart, which isn't ideal for a love reading. But to each his own. If you all are air signs are coming across in that energy, then you're naturally more prone to be in your head than in your heart anyway, so that's your natural state. So maybe this is a way of coming to balance within the connection, which is positive, because we see that you need that. But it's also saying that there will be communication taking place, and a coming together of the minds. And your guards will be up a bit, but that's understandable. So hopefully you can communicate your way, back to some sort of understanding and agreement that will work for the both of you, that allow you both to get what you want from the connection. So I'm going to pull a Romance Angels card, see if we can get more clarity for pile 1. We've got the Keep an Open Mind card. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So with this card, this is talking about, could be physical description that one or both of you has that's different from what you wanted originally or expected from your connection. But it can, I think more in this reading, it's more about philosophical or personal views about a home life together, about a relationship, what that looks like, what that means, and about your personal values and being on the same page. You don't have to change all your values to suit this person, nor should they have to do that, change their values to suit you, but you do have to find a common ground. So I think this card is saying keep an open mind, don't be blocked, use your head, but also be fair. so that you can strategize and navigate your connection, appropriately, to create a win-win situation, because this card's saying that this person is a soulmate, and that, part of the problems and the differences you've had in the past or presently is because of, them not fitting your expectations. And just know that expectations come from the ego and not from the heart. And so the ego is something you should always take with a grain of salt, because it's based in fear, and therefore it's not always the best guidance counselor with regard to life decisions. So you want to listen more to your intuition and your guides and your heart with regard to this connection, okay? I'm going to pull Healing with the Fairies for advice, and then I think I will pull a message from your person, because I know that's pretty popular. People like it when I do that, so we'll do that, for those viewers who like to hear a message from their person. So a Healing with the Fairies card first, for those who have chosen pile 1. Higher consciousness, yes, okay. Higher consciousness is, again, talking about your higher consciousness, your spirit guides, praying and meditating on your connection and what you want to see happen within this romantic connection in order to manifest coming back together and having the romance that you're seeking. This is all going to take place by connecting with spirit within, and part of that is putting your egos aside and not listening to fear and not listening to pride, putting your pride aside, and then really feeling that connection with your higher consciousness, who already knows how this is going to play out and what you're here to learn from this connection and how to move it forward in the way that you want it to. Your higher consciousness already has all the answers, so tune into that through meditation, journaling, just taking some quiet time, sitting out in the park, in nature, in a backyard, and connecting to spirit so you can hear those answers, okay? And lastly, a message from your person. I want a new start with you. They want a new start with you, okay? So if there is any doubt about that, you could put those doubts to rest. This person's been stagnant or indecisive. They haven't been putting the work in like they should. We saw that in your present position, there is mutual love and respect and affection between the two of you, and a desire to reconnect. And you heard it from, the horse's mouth. Your person says, I want a new start with you. So thank you for tuning in, pile 1. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell notification to receive notifications when I upload a new video. Thank you again for watching, and I'm moving on to pile 2. Welcome, pile 2. This is your general love and romance reading. I pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to shuffle them one more time. And we're going to take a look at you and your person's general energies right now towards your connection, person that you're interested in, and their feelings towards you, the past, present, and future, and possible outcome. Then we'll pull some oracle cards at the end and a message from your person at the end. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Victory card, the Six of Wands, just talking about success, victory, feeling supported by the community, some sort of accomplishment, okay? So your energy towards the connection right now is the Seven of Pentacles. So you might be an earth sign, don't have to be. What this card is saying, though, is that you're waiting. You're waiting for, you're waiting to see, your garden bear fruit. You are carefully cultivating and nurturing this connection, and you're waiting patiently for it to pay off. Okay. Their general energy towards the connection is the Knight of Wands in reverse, so that's a fire sign energy. And it is generally talks about someone who is non-committal, flirtatious, and yeah, it's a bit of I'm trying to remember the word, but yeah, it's just flirtatiousness, somebody that's out for a good time, but not looking for any sort of commitment right now. Their feelings towards you, the Moon card. So the Moon card does indicate, um, unknown factors and deception. So this person might be trying to pull the wool over your eyes in some way, if not you. They're trying to deceive themselves about your connection. This is a Pisces energy moon. The Moon card is Pisces energy, so it could be in someone's chart, but really it's sort of about, subconscious fears, about, dreams or desires that aren't grounded in reality. And as we saw with your person's energy, they are in a fickle and flirtatious state. That's the word I was looking for, fickle. Not entirely, grounded or mature. So this is how they're feeling towards you. They're feeling shady towards you. They have emotions towards you, but they're obscured by the darkness. There's just a little bit of moonlight to cast shadows, to give you the idea that you know what you're looking at, but in reality it's hard to know what you're looking at in the dark. So your feelings towards them, the Eight of Wands in reverse. So I feel that you're overwhelmed with it all. This is probably not news to you that this person is behaving shady towards you or is non-committal. If this reading is resonating with you, then you probably already know that. And if it's not, maybe it's not the right reading for you. And for that reason, you have difficulty communicating with this person, getting your point across to this person, and feeling that things are not going as quickly as you want them to, with regards to the efforts and the patience that you're putting into the connection. It still feels like it's kind of not going anywhere. The communication's not going anywhere, and well, you don't like it. You don't like it, and I don't blame you. So let's look what happened in the past between the two of you. So in the past, it looks like we've got the three of Wands, which says that it was going pretty well in the past. There was passion here between the two of you. You saw before you the opportunity for a strong relationship, one that was an adult relationship. You found someone that you could connect with, on an emotional level. Maybe your lifestyles or your goals seemed similar, and you felt maybe that this person was a little bit of a beast, so to speak, but that you could tame them, or that it was a good balance between the two of you, that it was a workable condition or situation, that it was workable. But this was in the past. So it can show someone, the Three of Wands, can show someone who had put in work for something to come, and were hopefully expecting, their work to pay off. But at present, we have the Magician in reverse. So this is a Gemini Virgo energy. I say the signs because the majority like to know the signs, and it's a special message for anybody who resonates with those signs. But of course, it doesn't have to in order for the reading to fit you. This card in reverse is talking about a manipulative person, someone that can't be trusted. Somebody with shady intentions. Someone who's trying to get away with something. Somebody who may be very charming, but or slick with their words, but there's not real substance behind it. They're just trying to get what they want out of the connection. So there's a real sort of selfishness and lack of substance to this card. So this is where the two of you are at present. With regard to you, I feel that you're trying to manifest this connection to bear the fruit that you want it to turn out the way that you want it, but those manifestations are upside down right now. They're not really working because this person isn't really on the same page with you right now, and I feel that this is talking about again, the deception likely on this person, on your interests part, because we already saw that. So they're either lying to you or being or omitting information, just not telling you things that you should know because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or they don't want to be held accountable for things, and they're just not they're just not playing a fair game right now. In the future position, another Virgo card, it talks about when the Hermit is in reverse, it talks about refusing to learn your lessons, because the Hermit upright is about taking the time apart and away from everything to get your head on right, to get in touch with spirit and to figure out what you really want out of life, and to wisen up. But when it's in reverse, it's talking about someone who is like avoiding doing that. They might be getting the information they need to wisen up or make better decisions, but they're like turning their back on those lessons. They're wanting to stay stuck in the way that they are, and not move forward towards their wish fulfillment. Maybe they don't feel that they deserve to have their wish fulfillment, so they allow themselves to stay ignorant and stuck. And so take this as it resonates, but there might be a little bit of a message in here for you, viewer, because you're really trying to manifest this person, but it's not really happening. And maybe it's because you don't feel like you deserve to have the star, because that's where the Virgo is going. That's where the Hermit is going. Normally when he's upright, he's going towards the star, but when he's in reverse, he's not. And the star is a card of wish fulfillment. So you might want to reevaluate if this person really is your wish fulfillment, or if you really do believe that you can have the things that you want. And if you believe that you really can have the things that you want, then why are you settling for this situation? That might resonate for some of you. Otherwise, this could solely be about refusing to learn lessons because you just don't want to grow, you just don't want to change, and it could be about this person. And in the outcome, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So the Three of Swords in reverse is it's a little bit less intense than the Three of Swords upright, which is heartache, heartbreak, deception, betrayal, and a breakup. But when it's in reverse, it's talking about the swords coming out of the heart in the beginning of healing. So there's still some pain in this connection, but it's going to lessen as time goes on, is what I'm feeling with that card and the possible outcome. This person's just really in their ego, and maybe they just view their romantic conquests as exactly that, as a conquest, instead of honoring people and relationships the way that they should be honored. And that's fine if you want to be a player and look at your romantic conquests as conquest, but then you need to let people know and not be deceptive, so that people aren't waiting around for you, working on the situation when they're the only ones working. Okay, so let me get a Romance Angels card here for you. See what the Romance Angels have to say. Pile 2. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So I do feel that that's what's going to be necessary here. With the Three of Swords in reverse. In order for healing to take place, one or both, most likely you are going to have to forgive this person and learn from this relationship or situationship, whatever the case may be, because you deserve better than what you're getting, and at this time this person is not treating you fairly or respectfully. And so as you release and heal, your past, you experience more love in your present moment. This could be alluding to, past pains that this person has suffered that makes them behave the way that they behave. But you know what? It's not your job to fix them. It's their job to fix them. And so what you need to do is forgive. Forgiving doesn't mean that you accept. I mean, it does mean that you accept. It doesn't mean that what they did or what they're doing is okay or right, but it means that you have accepted that this is the way that it is right now, and I'm not going to let it break my heart anymore. I'm going to come out of this heartbreak, and I'm going to move forward with my life. Take the lessons with me towards something better, because you deserve better. Let me get a healing with the fairy card for advice. Advice for pile 2. New location. Okay. So the new location says that you are being drawn to a new location, be that you're changing the place that you work, you're going to find a better job, something that you're going to like better, or you're going to move house. But I feel that, regardless of whatever this new location is going to be, it's going to be for the better, and you're going to have, greater happiness as a result of that. And so it's good sometimes when you change your scenery, change your environment. That helps you to make changes in your life that are beneficial and healthy for you, for your growth, and for attracting into your life the things that you really want and the people that are deserving of you. Maybe this card sometimes talks about going on a trip, so maybe that's a good idea. Go on a trip, show yourself some self-love by getting away for a while. That can be conducive to forgiving and healing as well. So lastly, let's see if we can get a message from your person, from the person you came to this reading about, regarding this connection. I am very tempted by you. Person says they are very tempted by you, and I'm sure that they are. Fire signs are passionate, but this fire sign card typically tends to be a player, and so they're not only passionate about you, more than likely they're passionate about several people, but they are tempted by you. I wouldn't let that sway you. I would use your own intuition, of course, to make your decisions going forward, but I wouldn't let the fact that they're tempted by you sway you. This is someone that rides in and rides out just as quickly, so they are not in a good place for any sort of relationship. Now, if you're cool with it just being merely sexual or something like that, then you do you, but I don't think you are cool with that. I really don't think you're cool with it, pile 2. So take that vacation, okay, and think about things. Do what's best for you. Thanks for tuning in, pile 2. Appreciate it. If this resonated with you, drop me a comment in the comment section below and subscribe. Yeah. Hit the bell notification if you want to receive notifications when I upload a new video. And thank you for watching. I am moving on to pile 3. Now, welcome, pile 3. Got your love and romance reading ready. I pre-shuffled the cards a whole bunch, so I'm just going to go ahead and draw those now. We're going to look at your and your person's energies towards the connection, your feelings towards one another, past, present, and future, and outcome. Just give me a moment to lay out the cards. At the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Wands. So this is a fire sign energy, feminine, and generally tends to be a passionate, friendly, warm-hearted person who is pretty has a pretty good head on their shoulders. They're pretty action-oriented, but are friendly and approachable generally. In terms of relationship, it talks about a passionate and warm relationship between lively and outgoing people or playful people. So your energy towards this connection right now, viewer, is the Magician upright. The Magician upright is Virgo Gemini energy. But as always, take what resonates. So what this is saying is that you are manifesting this connection, that you are sort of coming into your power because you feel that this is a spiritual connection. And so you're using the tools at your disposal to bring this person to the level in the connection that you would like them to. You're just trying to make this relationship flourish. And so you're doing what you can. You're using your words, you're using your mind, you're using, your material things, you're using your passion, you're pulling it all together to manifest this spiritual union. Okay? Some of you might even, dabble in magic. That might be for a few of you, but you're definitely wishing, hoping, and praying that this union comes to manifestation. You really have a lot of affection and romance towards this person. And you could be, a little bit of a trickster about it too, if needs be. So what is this person, what are their energies towards a connection? We've got the Page of Swords in reverse. So the Page of Swords in reverse is someone who is a little bit prone to, saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. They're not as observant as they should be, or as this card would be if it were in the upright. Can be a little bit clueless, sometimes the type of person that might need you to spell things out for them in order for them to understand, but they might have a lot of pride or ego about that fact and try to play it off like that they know what's up when they don't. This someone could definitely learn to pay attention, watch, observe, and learn a little bit better with regard to this connection, and definitely could stand to work on their communication skills when it comes to you. Okay. They might not be being altogether honest or seeing you, all that clearly. And your feelings towards them is the Ten of Pentacles. So like I said, you are really trying to manifest the next level with this person. You see them as a soulmate. You see them as someone that you can have it all with. You can have a marriage, you can have a home, you can have financial stability with this person, and this is how you feel towards them. You feel like they're the one. That they're the one that can give you that solid foundation, that can give you that happy marriage, that you can have a family with, that you can, really make an impact on not only your immediate family, but on like your grandparents and like your neighbors, and just be that solid couple that has a lot to offer other people as well as this connection. And again, I feel that you feel that this is a spiritually supported and spiritually guided union. But take what resonates. So what is this person's feelings towards you? We've got the Emperor in reverse. This is Aries energy. So this person is domineering. They feel like they want to control you, or they feel like impatient with you at times. This is the my way or the highway energy. So this is someone that can be pretty foul-tempered when you rub them the wrong way. A little bit too egotistical, too much in their pride, and the type that demands respect instead of earning it. So I don't feel this person's not worthy of respect, but they're not they're not earning it by being respectful, by giving giving the same that they expect in return. So they might say some harsh words to you at times. They might be closed off, and emotionally closed off, cold maybe, and you just don't really know where you stand with this person. So let's look at your past position together. So in the past position, we have that one or both of you have taken a time out and rested to sort of think about this connection. That there may have been some sort of illness in this connection that one or both of you needed to recuperate from, and you really just sort of took that time to heal and to think about what you really want from the connection. And I feel that I think that maybe you didn't complete the healing process. I think that maybe you couldn't really take the time necessary to heal from your illness, or if it wasn't an illness, the time necessary to meditate and heal from the hurt feelings from this connection, because you just had so many other outside pressures weighing in on you that interfered with your ability to truly heal. And this could be with regard to them or with regard to you, but most likely both. So I feel like there's some incomplete healing in this connection, although you have made the efforts in the past. Efforts in the past to heal and figure out what you really want. And at present, we've got the Ten of Wands. So this is talking about being past the point of no return, sort of like you're just really fed up. One or both of you is really fed up with the way that things have gone in this connection. I feel like it's you. But you still have a lot of hope based on your card, so maybe it's them. Maybe they're just really overburdened at work, or they just feel this connection is a lot of a burden, and they're wanting to put down that burden. They're wanting, to wrap things up and start a new phase in their life. And so, because they just feel so overwhelmed and at their wits' end, and like they are long past trying. So this could be you, or this could be your person. They just really feel burdened by this connection. And in the future position, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. So the Three of Wands in reverse, again, it speaks of ego, and not putting in the work towards achieving some goal, in this case achieving this union or keeping this union together. So I think that this person is confused. I think that maybe both of you are confused with regard to where this connection is going, and that this has affected the passion within this connection. Because of, just feeling, feeling controlled. This person has controlling energy towards you, sort of a bully energy towards you. They're not really, learning from the connection, or seeing the connection clearly. And attempts at healing the connection in the past don't look like they worked out very well, and at present, you're both pretty burdened by it. So in the future, I just feel like there is a sense of giving up, or a feeling that it's pointless, that you've tried your hardest, and that there's nothing left to really look forward to or to hope for in the connection, that someone is not pulling their weight in the connection to allow your manifestation to happen, and to allow you to get the rewards that you deserve in the connection. Let's see what the possible outcome is. The Hermit card. So I do feel, pile 3, that there will be a period of aloneness with the Hermit in the possible outcome. This is Virgo energy. You and your person will be going within and reevaluating what it is that you truly want, and getting away from the opinions of others so that they can't influence you as you decide, what's worth going after in life, what it is that you really want. Because you feel like you want this from your person, and maybe you still do want this 10 of Pentacles, but maybe, you're going to decide that this isn't the right person for you, because they may have some serious anger issues that they need to heal from, some narcissistic tendencies maybe, and so you're going to look, towards having your wishes fulfilled, and maybe this person will as well. And maybe you'll decide that, after you go within and take some time apart, that your wish fulfillment does continue to remain with each other, but that is yet to be seen, because in the future there's going to be some time apart and some time going within to try to reevaluate the situation and get in touch with Spirit for answers. Okay? And I feel that Spirit will answer and guide you in the right direction regarding the connection. So I'm going to pull the Romance Angels card for more clarification for pile 3. Wedding. The situation involves marriage. Well, that's a plot twist, isn't it? So I'm thinking, after you go within, take some time apart, you will be able to manifest and achieve this marriage that you're looking for, viewer, or this higher level commitment. Take what resonates. But this card is saying that you will get married, so take heart. If it's not with this person, you definitely are going to have that wedding and have that marriage that you're looking for. And perhaps the reason that this person is being so difficult and indecisive and blind towards your connection is there's a chance that this person could be married. But, if that was the case, you would know it. So if it's not the case, then, that message isn't for you. And that would explain why you both feel so burdened at this time by this connection, and are coming to the end of this phase or this cycle, because of how burdened the two of you both feel. And you're not seeing the results of your efforts, because the 3 of Wands is in reverse. So the burden could also be that someone is, perhaps on the verge of losing their job. Maybe that's this person. That could be a message for some of you. But regardless, this connection isn't moving forward at this time. However, you are going to end up getting your manifestation coming in, okay? get a healing with the fairy card for advice. Maybe the two of you are married and you're just going to take some time apart in order to reevaluate your values and your goals for the connection. Moving forward fearlessly is your next card. So the healing with the fairies say that you're going to be moving forward fearlessly and that you shouldn't be afraid about the next steps that you have to take. If those next steps are going to be alone, as the Hermit card does say, then you need not worry about that, because this is how you move your life mission forward, by walking your own path, and then Spirit gives you opportunities that can lead to your divine life mission, that can lead you to where you're really trying to go, which is your wish fulfillment. The Hermit is trying to get to their wish fulfillment. So you are moving forward fearlessly. You are not going to hesitate to do what is necessary, regardless of how you feel about this connection or how badly that you want it to manifest the way that you want it to. You're going to take the steps that are necessary to value yourself and remove yourself from the situation for a time, in order to find out, what you really want, and is it worth staying and working on this connection. But regardless, you are going to be protected and blessed and guided as you move forward, either with or without this person. Okay? And last, we'll get a message from your person. Wow. Okay. Sorry. I hope you have support to lean on while we're apart. So I don't know if this person's being sarcastic or what. I say that because we've got the Emperor in reverse and he's kind of a jerk, so I feel like maybe that's some kind of a threat that maybe this person has said to you, if especially if you rely on this person for some kind of support. If you finally, go off to take care of yourself, are they going to say, well, I hope you have support, to lean on while we're apart? But I think for the majority of you, this card is saying, that they do understand why you need to take this time apart from them, whether physically or emotionally. I do feel it's probably physically for most of you, to get, to take care of yourself and to, do what's best for you. So they do care about you enough to, hope that you have support. And then another card that came out was, I told you you aren't that important to me, I lied. So this person, says stupid things, basically. You are important to them, okay? It's just there's some more work that needs to be done. And you can't do this person's work for them, so just focus on yourself. Thank you for tuning in, Pile 3. I hope that helped in some way. If you want to drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this resonated for you. I'm a little curious on this one, what's going on here. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell notification to receive notifications when I upload a new video. And I'm going to move on to Pile 4. Thank you for watching. Welcome, Pile 4, to your love relationship reading. I pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to shuffle them one more time and then lay out your spread. So we're going to look at your current energies towards the connection, your person's current energies towards the connection, your feelings towards one another, your past, present, and future, and the possible outcome. Then I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards at the end and a message from your person. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Death card in reverse. This is Scorpio energy, so could be in somebody's chart, but what this means is there is someone holding on to a situation, not willing to let it die, not willing to let it go. Okay? there is an ending that is being resisted here with this card. Okay, so for your energy towards this connection, viewer, we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like you're having a tough time sort of balancing, different aspects of your life. This could be this connection with work or school. Take what resonates. But yeah, you're having difficulty balancing the different aspects of your life. I feel maybe you're taking on too much in this connection. You're maybe doing too much of the work in the connection. So be it that you do more of the housework, or you just doing attending to more of the practical details of the connection. That could resonate for some, but regardless, this card in reverse does speak about imbalance, and also I feel not making a decision about something. So this is, if I didn't say so already, earth sign energy. Yeah, so I think you also need, more fun in your life. Two of Pentacles in reverse is like the shadow side of the Capricorn traits or energy characteristics. And that's just being overly focused on work, or what you view as work, something that you're trying really hard at, not having enough fun. If you're too busy to have fun, then that means you're too busy. So how is your person feeling towards this connection? We have got the Page of Cups. So your person is feeling romantic and affectionate towards this connection. The Page of Cups generally represents Pisces, but doesn't have to. So they have something to offer you. It's something small, something like a child might offer, or that you might view as somewhat childish, but it is coming from a place of sweetness and a place of vulnerability. They might be a little bit shy about offering you this, whatever it is. If it's a message, or just something small, just to let you know that they have feelings for you. This is what they're doing, or what they want to do. So it's sweet, actually. What are your feelings towards this person? Again, here we are with the imbalance. We've got the Justice card in reverse. So I feel that you feel that an injustice has occurred within this connection. Maybe something that this person did in the past that you're unwilling to let go of. That might apply for some of you, but doesn't have to. As always, take what resonates. But you're being judgmental towards this person. Maybe you're judging them too harshly, or you feel judged harshly by them. With the Judgment in reverse, it does talk about judgment that goes against you. So if there's something that you are involved in regarding contracts or legalities, then it's possible that went against you. But in a relationship reading and in this position, your feelings for this person is just generally skeptical and unbalanced, unsure, and not exactly favorable. Okay. Yeah, you just don't feel like they're trustworthy, and your judgment towards this person is not positive. So how does this person feel towards you? We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I think this person feels, that there has been a cooling of affection in this connection, that they're not getting that passionate new beginning that they want to get with you, or a beginning if you've never been together. So Yeah, they are feeling that they're getting a little bit of the cold shoulder, I feel, and that they're not being able to create the connection here with you that they desire, which would be one that, would be fun and mutually beneficial, where both of you, put in the work on the connection, and where you share warm feelings together and have good times together and are productive. They are not feeling that that's happening right now with you. So they're feeling let down. They're not feeling the love. They're not feeling the warmth or the passion. So what happened in the past? Okay, we've got the wow, King of Cups in reverse. So the King of Cups in reverse. This person has likely been, unfaithful. If you've been together before, they betrayed you or betrayed your feelings in some way. They they were not as patient or compassionate towards you and your feelings as they should have been. Since this represents both of you, this could go either way. There was a lack of emotional maturity in the connection, and this is, validated by the fact that you're both showing up as pages. So that's talking about, this being a newer connection, or if not newer, then there being emotional or a level of immaturity within the connection, and that's, resulted in some hurt feelings in the past, some emotional manipulation, some mind games, some game playing, some dishonesty, some love lost, and some hurt feelings in the past between the two of you. Maybe somebody was overly, possessive and controlling. Whatever the case may be, it's just a lot of game playing here in the past between the two of you. And at present, we have the Hierophant upright. So the Hierophant upright does talk about a spiritually guided connection, and about needing to learn lessons from that connection. So whatever you went through in the past, what you're currently going through, is meant to teach you about how you relate within relationships, and not to make the same mistakes 2 and 3 times. Generally not to be, unforgiving, but also not to be a player, and that there are consequences for your actions. And so one or both of you may be seeking spiritual guidance. It could be this reading that you're watching now, or your person could be going to someone that they respect, someone older, a mentor or something like that, to try to get guidance on what to do. They might be being guided to try and contact you, or make some sort of gesture or an apology towards you. We've got these 2 water cards here, and then we had the Scorpio card at the beginning. So they're not wanting this connection to end. They're not wanting what they did, their player ways, their angry, irritability, whatever the case may be with them. They're not wanting that to end the connection. They do see, a commitment with you, that you're someone that they could settle down with. They're trying to rely on, some of their traditional learnings for sort of a guideline as to how to have a commitment with you, and how to get things back on track between the two of you, to learn their lessons. They're trying to learn from what they've done in a way that allows them to, behave honorably. And this is what they're wanting right now, is to make up for the past, and learn the right way of being. Okay, the right way to handle a commitment. In the future position, we have the Sun in reverse. This is Leo energy, and the Sun in reverse is still positive. It does still speak about childishness, but Rome wasn't built in a day, so even if you have the best intentions to change your ways and be a better person, that's going to take time to actually grow into that person. I do still feel that in the future position it's positive, so it is saying that your person and you have the potential to have, if not 100% satisfaction and fulfillment in a relationship together, that you have, a chance at having like 80% satisfaction and fulfillment together. So that's still pretty good. That's still a pretty good, those are still pretty good odds. So, going forward, it might not be entirely clear, crystal clear on how the two of you should proceed in the connection and the like 100% of the truth about whatever you need clarity on. It might not be crystal clear, but for the most part, it will be, and there will be illumination in the connection and ability to have some fun and to enjoy yourselves and to have pleasure together and to grow this connection. Beautiful. And in the outcome, we have the best card of the deck, the World card. So the World card is talking about graduating to the next level in this connection. You're going to work through these difficulties, these differences, these trials in the past, and your confusion and cooling of affection, and you're going to be spiritually guided to put the effort in to moving this connection to the next level. So this card is, similar to the Sun card. In fact, the fact that both the Sun card, even in reverse, and the World card came out in the same reading really does speak very highly of this connection and its spiritual nature and its ability to end up in a marriage and commitment. So your person, or you holding on to this connection, not wanting to let it die, that is for a reason, because on some level you know that this has a lot of potential and is a spiritually guided, meant to be relationship. So it while it does speak about an ending, it's an ending of the past and the way things were between the two of you, but it's not an ending of the connection. It's moving it towards a new phase and a new cycle where you are going to experience more joy and love in the connection and more commitment. So I feel that, with this being in the outcome, you do or soon will see each other as each other's world. You're going to be their world, they're going to be your world, and it's it's just simply meant to be, and it will be stable and much more solid in the future. Okay. So the cards are saying to give this person another chance and let them prove it to you, that they've learned their lesson, and let you have the more stable and loving relationship that you both desire. So I'm going to get a Romance Angels card on this. Oops. We've got honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You might be going on a trip together. That might be speaking of an actual, literal honeymoon. You got the free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life, so get out of this indecision and get back in balance. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of if that's the case. Don't be afraid to enforce your boundaries and not do too much, whatever the case may be. Honor your boundaries and create more balance in the connection. We already saw, also with the Justice card, that you felt unbalanced toward this person, or that you were doing more in the connection than they were. So make sure that everything is fair and just going forward. And communicate that desire and requirement to this person, I feel that they're going to be open to receiving, whatever you have to say that can move the relationship to the next level. And then let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So yes, ask for and accept support from others. I do feel that spiritual guidance is being sought, as well as physical guidance from someone that you respect or trust, or both of you are probably getting some advice on how to proceed. So that's good. Keep that up. Keep asking for the support from others. And I feel that you really do need to have a good time. Let your hair down a little bit. Use your intuition, to handle the connection, and don't get ahead of yourself. Take it one step at a time, but definitely have some fun. And that, when you have fun, your mind relaxes and allows you to get new solutions to old problems and to see things from a fresh perspective that'll help you to get your needs met, okay? And let's get a card from the Healing with the Fairies Oracle. Honeymoon, commitment, the World card. Very good. Making new friends. Alright, so this card is talking about making new friends. This is, again, friends is big for you. Pile 4. Let your friends help you, and then making new friends. So this card is saying that, it doesn't all have to be, about this person. That you can open yourself up to making new friends who have more things in common with you. And, maybe you're just not in an environment where the people are like-minded enough for you to feel comfortable enough to relax and enjoy yourself. So this is saying, put yourself in environments where you have more in common with people. If you have a hobby, go someplace where you can pursue that hobby, take a class, or whatever the case may be. You just want to put yourself in a situation where you're able to make friends with like-minded people, and this helps you come more into alignment with your divine life purpose. And when you are more in alignment with your divine life purpose, this also moves your romantic interest in relationship forward in the right direction as well. So definitely, make new friends. And maybe it's also talking about one of the things that's going to happen in the next phase of your connection with this person, because you're starting a new journey with the World card, is that you're going to get to know each other, again, or in a different way, in a deeper level, that will allow you to be friends as well as lovers, and realize that some of the shared interests that you have together are things that bring you closer together when you engage in those activities together. So consider that as well. But regardless, being around like-minded people and letting people who are less like-minded than you, letting those old people or old friends go who you don't share as many common interests with anymore, that's perfectly fine. You don't need to judge yourself about doing that. And that's just the natural flow of life. We come together with people when we're meant to, and we leave their lives when we're meant to. And so you are meant to be drawn to new friends who are more like-minded, and that will enrich you as a person and make your life, make it happier and more complete. Okay, so let's get a message from your person card, pile 4, and then that'll be it for this reading. And the happier and more enriched you are on a personal level, the better partner that you're going to make as well. For pile 4, what does pile 4's person want to say to them, Spirit? I let other people put doubts in my head about you. Okay. So your person is saying, maybe that's the reason for their energy, their player ways in the past, when they behaved dishonorably towards you in the past, it was because they let other people put doubts in their head about you. And I feel they're getting their karma on that, because we already see that with you. You clearly have doubts in your head about them. So this is the explanation. If, for what it's worth, if that helps, they realize the error of their ways and they're wanting to apologize for that, okay? It's entirely up to you if you want to accept their apology, but in the future and outcome positions, we have the two best cards in the deck. So my personal recommendation is that you would accept the apology, okay? Thank you for tuning in, Pile 4. If you like this reading, please leave me, a comment in the comment section below, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification to receive notifications when I upload a new video, and thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Pile 5, to your love and romance reading. I pre-shuffled the cards, so I'm just going to shuffle them one more time. So we're going to look at you and your person's energies towards the connection, your feelings towards one another, your past, your present, and your future together, and the outcome. Also, I'm going to pull some oracle cards towards the end and a message from your person as well. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is a card about generosity and giving as much as you're receiving, so equality. Okay? Generous and balanced giving. So your card representing your energies towards this connection is the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is a loving card, obviously. With regard to a romance reading, this talks about you feeling that this person is your soulmate, that this is a divinely guided love, that that this is your divine counterpart, that you love them, that you have a lot of romantic feelings towards them, that you want to have a relationship that's based in mutual respect and mutual love, and that you want to come together with this person. If you're not already, you want to be with this person, that this is your person. So this is also a card about choices. So there might be a choice that needs to be made regarding this connection, and we'll look into that further, but mostly this is a card about love and about soulmates. And also it's a Gemini card, so there's a little bit of dual energy with this card, a balancing of masculine and feminine energy. So you might be someone who is very balanced in those energies inside of yourself, which is good, because an inner harmoniousness, translates well to an outer harmoniousness, okay? So that is your energy towards the connection. Your person's energy towards the connection is the Strength card in reverse. So both major arcanas both have strong faded emotions or feelings regarding the connection. The Strength card in reverse is talking about someone who is a bit caught up in their egos, who are not feeling balanced at this time because they are listening too much to their ego and their pride and their fear, and they are lacking the ability to sort of rein that in and be more mature about the connection. So this is a Leo energy in reverse, and this says, that this person may be behaving, childishly towards the connection. They might feel weak. You in this connection might make them feel weak or vulnerable, and this might be why they behave that way. But it does talk about like letting their lower energies get the better of them regarding the connection, and not really listening to their higher selves at this time. Very intense energies in this connection. So we've got the Devil card in reverse. Oops. Okay, pile five. This came out for your feelings towards this person. So you feel like you're coming out of bondage to this person. Um, with the, you know, with the lovers and the devil card both coming out in the reading, there was probably some pretty fantastic sex between the two of you. Definitely some fantastic chemistry between the two of you, and could even be, some kinky kinkster stuff going on in the sex department that made it quite addictive for you. But you are coming out of that trance. You're no longer letting it make you feel bound to this connection. You're sort of getting your power back. You're separating, the sexual desires from the soul love that you feel for this person, which is good. If there are any other types of addictions that you are suffering from or obsessive thoughts, you've balanced those out nicely regarding this person. But because obviously the devil card can talk about a toxic relationship, so you would definitely want to heal or remove yourself from any toxic energies in the connection. So it looks like with you coming out in such a balanced energy, it's likely that that's what you've done, but maybe your person hasn't, because their feelings towards you, the Scorpio card in reverse, the Death card in reverse. So it's talking about not wanting to let something end. They're not wanting an end to a cycle here. And it could just be that they don't want this connection to end, or they don't want this toxic dynamic between the two of you to end. They don't want to lose this feeling of bondage to one another. The obsessive intensity that the two of you had when the devil card was upright, they don't want to see that end, I feel. They rather liked that. And maybe you've pulled back sexually in some way. And if you haven't been sexually active, then maybe you've just pulled back some of your intense interest in this connection, and your person is feeling unbalanced as a result of that. It's hurt their ego. And they're sort of just refusing to move on from that hurt feeling. Let's look at your past together. So in the past we have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles talks about holding on too tight, and that reflects what I said about the Devil card. The holding on too tight to one another. Perhaps, you were using your sexuality or your intense connection to protect your heart, because if you two were engaged, and just focusing on a physical connection or physical aspects, then that will, took the pressure off having to reveal yourselves emotionally. So that's what this card is talking about, sort of hoarding your feelings, your true feelings, protecting your heart, and obsessively holding on to something and not wanting to let it go. And the fours are pretty stable. So it's not like you didn't have stability, and perhaps, financially the two of you together have some financial stability as well. But I'm really feeling that this is just talking about this devil energy and holding on really tight to one another. So at present, we've got the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups talks about a very fond friendship, at the very least, but also, coming together and having a good time, enjoying each other's company. And maybe you started off as friends, or, you were in a friends with benefits type situation, but even if that's not the case, this is a very positive card with regards to romance, and it's saying that you do have very good romantic feelings towards one another and enjoy each other's company, and that even though there was intense physical and is intense physical connection between the two of you, you also have a friendship as well. And maybe that's sort of what you're leaning more towards now, is wanting to steer the connection into deeper waters rather than it being so much, so physical, because you've realized the spiritual nature of the connection. This card also talks about reunions. So if there's, been any time apart, this is talking about coming back together. And then in the the future position, we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is talking about weighing your options. The two of you are sort of looking into your future and imagining how things are going to proceed. You have a lot of emotions for one another, but as we see that you do have sort of different desires with regards to this connection. Both of you are trying to see what is the best route for you to take. So I feel that your person does fantasize a lot about you, daydreams a lot about you, probably in a sexual way, and this is going to continue into the future. But I do feel going into the future that this person's going to maintain some of that egocentrism, being in their ego a bit more, sort of concerned with with their own wants and needs a little bit more than with yours, because maybe this person has been a little spoiled by you in the past, in a sense. But the overarching theme of this reading is to come to a place of equal give and take. So you're going to have to find a way to compromise and come together in a way that works for both of you. But I do think this person, and you do definitely like to look at each other. I feel like you're both just kind of like shiny, attractive people, or at least in each other's eyes, and so it does have you thinking about one another a lot, and weighing your options about your future together. So let's look at the outcome. In the outcome, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is an earth energy. And the Nine of Pentacles is about someone being in their single power, somebody who has their money. Their money's pretty set, pretty good. They're not wanting for much. They're very content to be in their own company. They're very accomplished and self-sufficient. And they're just humble, lovely people. And so I feel that this card is saying, with it being the Nine of Coins, that you will be coming to the end of a cycle with regard to this connection. And so this person, their desire for this not to end the way that things have gone or always been between the two of you, that is going to eventually end, and things are going to change in a way that works out for you, works out for the better. So regardless, you're going to be, you're both going to be in a good position where, you're not going to want for much, and you're going to continue to be, be sensual, I feel, and abundant, and prosperous, and just feeling, content in your individual lives. I think materially there's a high likelihood that you're going to continue to do pretty well with the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles here. Because both of them do talk about material prosperity. So let's get a Romance Angels card here. Get some more clarification on the reading. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So this card is talking about making the effort and, not giving up on this connection. And it could even be talking about this person, continuing to make the effort with you. And I do feel that they are going to come to the realization that they need to sort of follow your lead on this connection and let it be, more emotion based instead of physical based. And so I think that, it's going to take them a while of weighing their options maybe, but eventually, you're going to have satisfaction in the connection, and the things that you didn't like about it are going to end, and you're going to start a new cycle. But effort is definitely needed on the part of your person, to get over their ego and come into their strength and their personal power. And with this being in the outcome position, I do feel they do come into their strength and their personal power. As this is not a card about ego, this is a card about confidence and personal empowerment. Okay? So do make the effort and take the steps that you're guided to take. Let's get a Healing with the Fairies card for advice. Quiet time. Okay, so quiet time is on the horizon. You need to decompress and de-stress. You've had too much outside pressure stressing you out and making this connection more difficult than it needs to be. And this could even be talking about, your person. Maybe they are too focused on material things, and that's what's got them feeling, unbalanced with the Strength card in reverse. Making them feel, vulnerable because they're not connected with spirit enough. So by taking quiet time, going off on their own for a bit, reconnecting with nature, they're better able to get in touch with their inner voice and just be healed. Just being outdoors and around trees and grass, it just has healing energy that allows you to heal your ego and get more imbalanced, which is where this connection needs to be in order to move it forward, and which is, what's happening, I feel. And this card tried to come out earlier. While I was shuffling, it showed itself. So I feel there's a message with this: dreams coming true. So this card saying your dreams are coming true, viewer. This is a positive reading overall. That though it might be taking longer than you would like it to, be patient, because it is coming to you. But you don't want to sit on your laurels and just wait for it to come. You want to put in the effort. I mean, you both do. And make sure that the effort that's being put in, is fair. And that you're not putting in too much or too little. And that you achieve balance between friendship and lust and passion in the connection. And each love and take care of yourself first and foremost, and this will lead to your dreams coming true with regard to this romantic connection. Okay, however that looks, whatever that might be for you. All right, so let's get a message from your person, and then I'll close the reading. Wow. Okay, I'm making the effort to become the person you deserve. So your person says they're making the effort to become the person you deserve, which is perfect, because they need to make the effort, because this is a great love that is worth taking steps they're guided to take. And also we had you're the only one who really knows me at all. So this person feels you're the only one who really knows them, which makes sense, because you're their soulmate. So, all right, thank you, Pile 5, for watching. I hope this resonated with you, and if it did, please drop a comment in the comment section below. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell notification to receive notifications when I upload a new video, and thank you for watching. Have a good night.